Welcome to Unwinding with Support Group, a mental health podcast by licensed professionals where we discuss mental health topics from a real world perspective, all while having a drink. So hang out, have some laughs, enjoy the ride, and maybe learn a bit. Welcome to episode 13 of Unwinding with the Support Group. I'm Marlene. I am an LPC. And with me today, I have Bree, as usual. Say hi, Bree.
Hello.
Bree, what are you drinking today?
Good old Dr. Pepper and Jameson.
Oh, so exciting!
It's,
She must have. Did you run out of your limeades?
I did. I did.
Oh, perfect.
So we're on to the excess amount of Jameson that's in my house.
Now we have to clear out what else is next, right?
Exactly.
Fantastic. I am drinking wine today because it's about time.
Fancy.
And it's not bad wine because last week was bad wine.
Yeah.
I'm drinking a Moscato Rubino. It's the California Sweet Red Moscato from Salt of the Earth. It's quite yummy.
Mm.
I do like the California Moscato just in general. They're quite delicious.
I thought Moscato was white wine.
This one is a red. It usually is. This one they make a red, which is also quite delicious. This
You ever
brand,
had like the berry? The berry, like it'll be like blueberry Moscato
mhm,
or like strawberry.
yeah, berry type flavors.
Yeah. Those
Yeah,
are so good.
they are. But no, this brand makes a red, but still very sweet. So I recommend it. Unlike the gross fucking shit I drank last week.
No donut wine.
No fucking apple cider donut. It's not good.
Festive
So,
at least.
festive, not good. But speaking of festive, that actually blends into our topic of the day. Um, which is seasonal affective disorder. And whoever was clever enough to call it that, the acronyms are sad, which, I think they did on purpose.
They
Um,
did.
for seasonal depression. And as we're blending into fall, those of us on the East Coast, in the Midwest, it starts to get a bit darker earlier. The weather's starting to change. Unlike Bree, who's sunny and you know, and those of you in California who still get nice weather, not upset at all. It's fine. It's fine. Um, but I just felt like this was a good time to discuss seasonal affective disorder as becomes a thing. So, as someone who also lived on this side of the world, um, I said world like the United States is that big.
United States is the world.
I mean, some people do believe that. I am not one of them. Uh, as you lived closer to the side of the states, um, what was your experience with seasonal depression?
Personally or professionally?
Either or.
Well, personally, my seasonal affective disorder experience would usually induce more mania than anything else. It tended to be when things would get a little dicey there for a minute. I don't know why. I don't know if it's just the change of the season, if somehow maybe the sun regulates me a little bit more. But I would often see my more dramatic times happening in September, October. Um, but professionally, I would see a lot more people coming into mental health facilities, seeking help, not really knowing what's going on. Sometimes I would notice more first timers in the mental health world occurring around the colder seasons, um, not really understanding what the sun does for our body and for our minds. Um, and yeah, just kind of searching for help that way. I would definitely notice an increase in people needing help.
Yeah, I agree with that, right? One of the things I always like joke about is that in the summer, people seeking help drop off, right? Because sun's out, I'm cured.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then as that disappears, um, that the symptoms that really didn't go away, you just felt better because you were out doing more things. The sun was out, so there's more daylight. Blah, yada yada yada. Um, you start creeping back in, right? It's colder, it's gloomier. Um, I think in Michigan we get like, 67 days of sun or some shit a year. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so it's, you're definitely in peak gloomy season. It's colder, like you're outside less. Um, and then that time change also starts kicking in. So like the sun is setting earlier and earlier. And so all of that definitely has an impact. So I'm with you that fall is definitely is like an uptick in like, oh yeah, I don't think I'm doing so hot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the changes start to set in. I really do think the darkness thing is a huge contributor to it. I'm a big believer in the sun, and the benefits that it has. I think we're all just big plants who just need the sun to survive. And a lot of times for people in the winter, they're working during those prime hours of sunlight because for some reason that 9 to 5, it's just dark everywhere outside of the 9 to 5. You go to work, it's dark. You get off of work, it's just about dark, if not dark already. Because I know back in Chicago, it used to get dark at like 4:30 in the deep part of winter. You're not even done with work yet. And let alone when you're somebody who works a 12-hour shift, a 7 to 7 or something crazy, you'll never see the sun. And I really think that it has a bigger effect on us than a lot of people really realize.
I agree. Like I said, I think next week or some shit is like where we set our clocks like
Mm-hmm.
back an hour, which I am a proponent of not doing. And I think most people at this point think it's kind of stupid. I know not everybody does, but daylight savings time just is dumb. But the reason I, as a mental health provider, am against it is this everything you just said. If we did not set our clocks back, instead of that hour of sunlight being in the morning at 6 a.m. when nobody gives a fuck, that hour of sunlight would end up still being at 4 and 5 o'clock because that would still be the time. And that's when people are out of school, when people are getting out of work, when people can, I don't know, do something with it, even if it's just standing in their fucking driveway, absorbing it.
Get a little sun basking in.
Right. Which I think ultimately leads to less like depression in winter and fall and a less just seasonal depression as well, because both increase in the fall and winter months. So that's why I'm against it, because that's my running theory. Because in the summer, everybody feels better. Doesn't mean you're still not feeling sad and having symptoms, but the sun does make you feel better. Because I, like Bree, believe we just all need to photosynthesize. Not that that cures our problems, but it does help make us feel better. So
Those serotonin levels.
it does. right? Just being able to be out and say, you know, what sounds like a great idea? The sun. I've missed it. So I also know it's like a lot of reason why like people tend to move to places where the sun stays longer instead of just being here all the time. That
Yeah, there's a
less
reason why
winter.
nobody lives in Alaska.
I feel like people do live there.
Yeah, like 4 people.
It's the same 4 people are different 4 people than the 4 people who live in Maine.
Yeah, they just travel back and forth.
They just travel back and forth half the year and they're in Maine, half the year they're in Alaska.
Like there's a lot of people that live in Maine though. I feel like we're just not knowledgeable because it's all the rich people.
I mean, you're probably right. They just hide in the woods of Maine.
That's where they do all the weird stuff.
All the weird stuff. Poor Maine. Maine is like, what did I do to you guys?
Right. We
I
didn't
don't know, but you're really cold, Maine. That's what you've done. You're really cold. And I don't want to be anywhere that's really cold.
No.
So
Especially not surrounded by trees. That just sounds like a horror movie.
listen, probably. And all I know is in that movie, don't run towards the fucking sound. That is how you die.
That is rule number 1. Get it together.
I heard a sound in the creepy attic I've never been in. I shall go investigate. I
In this
shall
house I
not.
just bought from an old person.
I live 20 miles from civilization. I must go check this out. Fuck.
There,
No, I must not.
there's no cell service. You live alone. This is a terrible idea.
I'm going to go find my car.
Literally, I'm moving out. I gotta go.
I'm going to figure this out later. I'll see what happens in the daytime while I bring somebody back with me.
Exactly.
The fuck? Yeah, no. Now that we've digressed. This is also what happens when you talk about winter months.
Gotta find the humor somewhere.
Somewhere. So I think because I haven't also answered more professionally as well, like when I'm working with people I know struggle with depression or seasonal depression, I start talking to them about prepping, of like getting in a routine and what we're going to do like heading into fall, so that we start building out that routine ahead of time so we're minimizing whatever symptoms we can. Because if we know it's coming, we might as well be prepared. Right? No use like just waiting and then getting socked in the face with, now I want a blanket burrito and never leave my house.
I think that's extremely important because there's nothing you can really do to change what's about to happen. But you can definitely figure out a way to get through it in the safest way possible.
Yeah, everybody's stuff is a bit different, right? Like how you feel, like your intensity of symptoms, like your duration, like when they start and what helps, right? Like I'm a big proponent of like for coping skills wise, the things you enjoy doing are always going to be your best coping skills. Because you're more likely to do them.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like if I told you going to the gym every day is the best coping skill on the planet, but you hate going to the gym, you're never going to fucking go, so it doesn't matter.
And if you do go, you're going to be miserable while you do it.
Right. And it's not sustainable because you don't fucking like going. And really, that's just the end, like, result of that, to be honest. So it's being able to identify, like, what are the things that I can do that are going to help me. So I can still find level of enjoyment. I can still find things that bring me like a boost in my mood, help me get through um, even just the adjustment period, because I think that's often the hardest. And then how do I sustain like the deep winter months where like you're just like, okay, the holidays has sustained me. And now we're January and I'm ready for it to be over. Like yesterday. And I say that because that's how I feel every January 4th.
January 4th specifically?
No, I'm just good till New Year's. And then I'm like, all right, everybody, winter can be over.
Very fair.
I'm like, okay, I like Halloween and Thanksgiving and Christmas all get me through. And then I'm like, yeah, I'm ready for winter to be done.
Oh, you're not a fan of Valentine's Day? That doesn't suffice you?
You got jokes. You got jokes. No, I think that holiday is stupid.
It is stupid.
And I know lots of people celebrate it and it's great. And I think when I was younger, it was wonderful. When I was in high school and I was really, really young, it was cute. And then I decided I think it's dumb to get flowers or candy on a day when someone says you have to. And
Right,
if
it
you
doesn't.
don't, it means you don't love me.
That's the part that gets me.
So I think it's dumb and I don't partake. Listen, my dog is really chewing the shit out of this water bottle. I don't know if you can hear her, but like this, she is going to town.
She's going ham. I
She,
wonder
I,
what it tastes like.
I don't know, but she loves like plastic bottles.
It's the noise, I bet you, the little crunchiness.
I don't know, but she's fucking four, almost 5 months old, and she'll still chew anything. I don't necessarily know if the bottle matters that much.
Gosh, dog, grow up.
Grow up. No. So she's over here isolated from everybody else, but we just got her spayed earlier this week, so she can't play.
Aw.
So she's just unchallenged, unexpended puppy energy. So she's chewing a pop. She's chewing a water bottle.
Well, she deserves it.
I mean, she's about
After
to
getting
tear it
sick.
apart, by the way.
Oh, well, hopefully it's empty.
I mean, it had a little bit of water in it when she first popped the cap off of it that she then drank.
At least she's not wasteful.
Dog is ridiculous. Um, so just so everybody's clear.
They do take after their owners, you know.
Yes, I'm aware, but also she's ridiculous because part of it is the breed of dog she is.
Fair enough.
So, but no, I think really like it comes back to like what we're talking about, like finding the things that make it enjoyable. And you know, for a lot of people that is animals. I know both you and I are animal people. So your pets can be part of that. I know for you it's your art and all the various things that you do arty.
Yes, definitely. And I highly suggest everybody get into art because I feel like there's an art form for everybody and you don't have to be good at it and you don't have to share it. And it's something you can do on your own time and it can be quiet, it can be loud, it can be whatever you need it to be. Just my 2 cents.
That is the plug for the arts. This is why we should have arts in school. Oh.
Right. Stop running them.
And then for me, I like to read. And obviously outside of my animals, like spending time with my family. But the other thing that I enjoy a lot is putting together Legos. It's soothing, it's relaxing, and so it's really just kind of like about whatever helps you. It you know, lots of people love video games and find those parts of it, and that's helpful, right? So there's a billion different coping skills and hobbies and things you can find that can help you like manage the transition and then just become part of your daily routine of like, I'm doing this because I'm taking care of B. I'm doing this because it helps. Um, before we started the podcast, Bree mentioned something like sad lamps. And I think those are also very useful tools. Um, there are varieties of them. I think I've seen one on Amazon for like $500. I promise you don't need one that elaborate if you're going to get one. I think you can get one for like $20. They work just as effective.
And they fit every style type. I've had some that are super basic, and I've had some that are weirdly modern. So you don't even have to worry about it disrupting your feng shui. Not that I have any, but for those that do.
She said, not that I have feng shui, but
No, my apartment is chaos. So not shocking, but
if it needs to fit your aesthetic, then got it. I know other people who really spend some of their winter going tanning, and not necessarily saying everybody should go tanning, but I know people who just do that for the boost too. I would say health wise, the sad lamp is a better option. But you're all, if you're an adult, make your own choices. Do you? Really, like it really becomes the options are endless. Just doing something that helps you to feel better. Um, somebody earlier was telling me how much they love baking. And, those things in themselves are things that can help. So, like I said, and possibilities are endless. I would also suggest if the sun is out and you're at work, take a break, step outside. If you don't smoke, take a smoke break and go stand outside. Why should all the smokers get a smoke break and not you? If you do smoke, go take a smoke break. I'm just saying, step outside, enjoy the sun when it's out there. That'll also help you get through it. There isn't like a magical cure for seasonal depression, just like there isn't a magical cure for regular depression, non-seasonal depression. Just that you have to do the stuff. The only way out of depression is through it. And that is the crappiest part about all of it. Bree, any final thoughts for our conversation on seasonal depression? I should call it spicy depression.
Spicy depression. I would say, just going along with coping skills, make sure you try different things and kind of spice it up a little bit. Yep. In Arlene's words. Sometimes having just like a different sort of checklist of things you can go off. What did my stepmom call it? She calls it a dance card. Have you heard of this term?
No, tell me more.
When I was younger and struggling a lot more, she told me I needed to fill my dance card, which apparently was like something that they used like a long time ago, and it was just like
she means it like that.
Yes. Okay. Activities you would do or something. I don't really remember the origin of it, but basically it means having a collection of things that make you happy and things that keep you involved in your life and not just existing in your life. And that was really helpful for me because at the time I maybe had one or two things on my dance card, but I wasn't really enjoying all of the things that I should have been enjoying. And literally making a list, because I'm a list person, helped me of like, hey, when you're feeling this way, you should go do this. So then when I was feeling that way, I didn't even have to think about it. I could literally go to my list and say, oh, I'm feeling anxious. This is what I should do because it's helped me in the past. Making sure you have a variety of different things to keep you interested in getting better and not just trying to make it look perfect.
I think it's great advice. Something I've also recommended over the years is like writing out lists of things you want to try and like putting that list on your fridge because you see your fridge a lot. And especially, when you go out there because you have nothing to do and you open that fridge because you're bored and you look in there and there's nothing in there you want to eat. And then you close it and then you go sit down. And like 10 minutes later, you're back at the fridge. Like
I was just
somehow
going to say you do that 12 more times.
right, and like somehow the ingredients have magically changed. Then, but if it's right there in your face, instead of like continuing that routine, you're like, oh, hey, I said I would go try this. So putting it in places where like you're gonna see it and it's accessible also helps. Places that are like are traps for you, like that fridge rotation, because we all know what I'm talking about. We've all done that once or twice or 22. We've all been there. There's nothing in here I want to eat. I'm just bored. 10 minutes later, nothing in here has changed. I still want nothing in here. But really just being able to say, okay, look, there's things on here I said I want to go try. What am I going to do? You've already thought of it ahead of time. So you don't have to think of it in the moment. It's there already. So like your stepmom said, like having it already on there makes it easier, because when you're struggling, it's harder to be like, what should I do? Versus, okay, this is on my list, I'm going to go do it. So putting the thought in ahead of time always helps. Try not to go crazy and like remodel a room halfway through it and then be like, I didn't really want to do this. And now you're stuck needing to finish a remodel. Just some thoughts. Something to ponder. Something to
Careful with those DIY projects.
I know we're stuck inside over yonder on this, part of the world. But and for those of you who have change of season in other parts of the world at different times, because like I feel like in like Australia, it's like summertime for them right now, because their seasons are totally opposite from ours. So they'll be like heading into summer. When they have their switch, they can also relook at this and go, okay, they're winter, looking at how their season's going as well. So just because it's winter now for us, I know it's not winter everywhere in the world. And it's crazy to me, but we have international listeners, which shocks me on a regular basis.
It is incredible.
So whoever you are, we're so excited every time we see
and
it.
Tell us what season it is.
Yes, comment. We want to know, what season are you actually in? It's like you're in the UK. I feel like you're on the same kind of season, aren't you? Like similarly? I feel like. I don't know though. I'm just an American,
I'm just a dumb American. I don't know what's going on.
American who just lives in a place where, apparently we're the greatest known man, I say, with a face. That clearly would convey no. Also, please take pity on us. We just want to know what season you're in. How about that? And if you guys have any like tips of how you've gotten through seasonal depression, share it in the comments. Like, let's share like with each other how we've gotten through it or how you've gotten through yours. We really just kind of want to share that around. That way, the more we share our coping skills, the more we can help others. Because really, at the end of the day, the more we can all do that, the better it is. And the better we can help everybody. Because let's face it, not everybody can, go see a therapist. So let's do our part and help each other out. Anything you want to add, Bree?
No, I think that's all I got.
She thinks that's all she's got. So on that note, please like and subscribe, because I said that last time, so I feel like I'm just going to keep saying like and subscribe. Subscribe. Leave us some comments. Let us know what you think. Let us know if there's a topic you think we should also cover. We want to hear from you. I think those are, tell your people. Again, the people you like, the people you hate, the people you're friends with, people you love. I don't know. Somebody who's like, listen, buddy, you might need to go seek some mental health services. I don't know. Now nobody knows who they are. I like it. We're going to keep them guessing. But really, we appreciate you hanging out and enjoy.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to another episode of Unwinding with Support Group. Follow us on Substack. Give us a like, a follow. Give us a comment. Tell us what you hated, what you like, what you want us to talk about next. Let everybody know where they can find us too. But thanks for hanging out with us once again.